In June and July, the scheme will continue as before, with no employer contribution at all. In August, the taxpayer contribution to people's wages will stay at 80%. Employers will only be asked to pay national insurance and employer pension contributions, which, for the average claim, account for just 5% of total employment costs. By September, employers will have had the opportunity to make any necessary changes to their workplaces and business practices. Only then, in the final 2 months of this 8-month scheme, will we ask employers to start paying towards people's wages. In September, taxpayers will pay 70% of the furlough grant, with employers contributing 10%. In October, taxpayers will pay 60% and employers will contribute 20%. Then, after 8 months of this extraordinary intervention, of the government stepping in to help pay people's wages, the scheme will close. From July the 1st, employers will have the maximum possible flexibility to decide on the right arrangements for them and their furloughed staff. For instance, if you were watching at home and on furlough, your employer could bring you back 2 days a week. They would pay you for those 2 days as normal, while the furlough scheme would continue to cover you for the other 3 working days. To allow us to introduce this new flexible furlough from July the 1st, we will need to close the old scheme to new entrants on June the 30th. Employers wanting to place new employees on the scheme will need to do this by June the 10th, to allow them time to complete the minimum furlough period before then. I can confirm today the self-employment income scheme will be extended, with applications opening in August for a second and final grant. The final grant will work in the same way as the first did, paid out in a single instalment covering 3 months' worth of average monthly profits. To maintain the sense of fairness alongside the job retention scheme, the value of the final grant will be 70%, up to a total of £6,570.